Dear public, dear students, thank you so much for joining us today through Facebook Live and WebEx. Before we start this session, I would like to take a moment to go over the control that you see. All the attendees will be muted throughout the presentation. If you would like to ask a question, we encourage you during the presentation to take your questions into the WebEx question box or in Facebook Live under the video. All questions will be collected and posed during the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Abdul Latif Ahmad from Universiti Kebangsaan, Malaysia. Welcome, Doctor.
Hello, Virginie. Thank you. Thank you so much. If I could just firstly share my screen. Are you able to see the PowerPoint? Yeah. Is it moving? Yes. Okay. Great. Hello, everyone. Good evening and good morning from Malaysia. It is today Thursday, the 23rd of September here in Malaysia, and we are very, very happy to be given the opportunity to share about Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia to everyone here in Guanajuato. I believe that there has been so much relationship established between the university. We've had the honor to be working together, and I've had the honor to visit Guanajuato as well, and we hope that this will be expanded further. And we hope that once the pandemic is over, we would be able to have some students from your university to join us in UKM for mobility programs as well. Just to share, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia is the National University of Malaysia. So there's only one university which holds the title of the National University. And our tagline is actually to inspire futures and to nurture possibilities. This is the campus, and this is only maybe 1/10 of the size of the campus that you'll be able to see. We are 51 years old this year, so we're not as old or historic as the Guanajuato buildings in that sense. But our university celebrates 51st year of establishment this year. And UKM is also identified as a research university by the government of Malaysia. Thus, our focus is a lot on research and innovation. And we're also hoping to increase our international students and also specifically for our postgraduate, masters, and also our PhD students in that matter. So as you could see, we live within a very strong surrounding of the greens. And our building is just in between there, and we're not that far off from the city center as well. Our vision is that we aim to be committed to be ahead of society and time in leading the development of a learned, dynamic, and moral society. We believe in being ahead. We believe in being among the pioneer and the innovative one in making changes and differences. And our mission is to be the learning center of choice that promotes the sovereignty of the Malay language, the Bahasa Melayu, and internationalizes knowledge rooted in the national culture. So we're a university that a lot of our courses are taught in the local language, but we also have some courses, quite a number of courses that are taught in the English language. So if you were to come to our country, you would have the opportunity to learn from all this diverse multiculturalness and also diverse languages that we offer here as well. Where are we located? Our campus location, we're about 30 kilometers away from the main city center. So the main city center, if some of you are aware, is where the Petronas Twin Tower, one of the tallest buildings in Malaysia, is situated at. We're about 30 kilometers from there, and we're about 45 kilometers from the Kuala Lumpur International Airport. And we're also 20 kilometers away from Putrajaya, which is the administrative center. We have 3 campuses. We have one in Bangi, where I am located, and which is the main campus. We also have one in the city center in Kuala Lumpur that houses some of our health sciences and pharmacy. And we've also got one in Cheras, which is our hospital chancellor Tunku Mukris, and this is where we put our hospital there. Yeah. This is our top management of the university and some of the key individuals who form the top management. So our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ikhwan Haji Toriman. He sends his regards to the team. And our academic and international Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Qasim, coming from the fields of science and technology, geography specifically. So these are the top teams of the university's top management. These are some of the student figures for you to know. There's over 25,000 students in UKM and 17,000 undergraduates and over 8,000 postgraduate students. We've got over 1,385 international students, and at the same time, we've got over a total alumni of over 206,788 alumni altogether. And this is the figures of June 2021. Of course, the campus is not as filled as currently. A lot of our students, a lot of our courses are being taken or being done online through the online platform in that matter due to the pandemic. Yeah. So we've got over 251 professors, over 2,115 academics, and over 7,299 non-academic members. We've also got one of the highest numbers of professors in Malaysia, and also in terms of non-academic, we have a high number of non-academic. Mainly it's because we also have a hospital that needs maintenance, and it needs services and experts from the non-academic team. We've got 14 faculties in the universities, which is, we've got from engineering and built environment to medicines to science and technology. We're quite a comprehensive faculty where it goes all the way to the School of Liberal Studies. We've got pharmacy, we've got Islamic studies, social science and humanities. So you've got quite a range of opportunities there. With regards to the institute specifically, we've also got 12 research institutes, which houses the microengineering and nanoelectronics, cell fuel, visual information, solar energy, Malaysian and international studies. So Research Institute is there. If you have any students or any of your researchers who are interested to come to UKM and to do research, we more than welcome the students to join in. So we've got over 52 international programs. 12 are in the science and humanities, 12 in science and technologies, and some in health sciences. So all these courses are taught in the English language. So you are able to come and pursue maybe a semester of mobility here in UKM. So aside from that, we've also got some research clusters that we're quite strongly promoting, which is some of the key research area that the university focus on. And they are the first is on sustainable resources, environment, and smart living. So if we're looking at issues with regards to the environment or sustainable studies on sustainability, we welcome students to come in. We've also got on the digital and frontier technology, and this is about advancing further using IT and using the computer and internet advancements, especially with regards to big data analysis and also artificial intelligence study, and a lot of things with regards to nanoelectronics, and these are the area, and also visual informatics that people are looking at. We're also looking at health and advanced medicine, and our our faculty of medicine is really expanding. We've recently had specialized children's hospital, and also we're also building a health technopolis in the Cheras area of Malaysia, hoping to advance more innovative research from there as well. We've also got on social and economic transformation. So social and economic transformation is mainly towards looking at how you can change society, how you can transform society, giving society a better opportunity, a better life in further enhancement as well. We've also got a study on heritage in civil society. We need to understand the legacy of the past, the heritage that we continue on, the preservation of this heritage, and hoping to expand that further to the understanding of the future generations, and also sharing the cultural heritage of Malaysia to other parts of the world. And I think that would be a great opportunity if you're interested to come here as well. Our research facilities, viewing to the sciences, these are some of the world-class research facilities that we have here, such as the microfabrication clean room. We've got a solar tracking system, biospecimen bank. We've also got physical characterization laboratory, and we've got a Samsung-sponsored Sono school, and also the microgravity laboratory. So these are some high-end research facilities that we have, and we would love to share all of this with you as well. We've got beautiful living labs here in Malaysia, and UKM is honored to be hosting these living labs in such beautiful places in Malaysia. So if you or your students would like to come here and expand for maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks for a summer program, we assure you that we will bring you to one of these destinations, hoping that the pandemic will be over soon. And, you know, as vaccination rate is improving, we're hoping that a lot of universities and a lot of countries are opening their universities respectively as well. So we've got this beautiful Langkawi Research Center that's, with the Kilimjo Forest Park. Our researchers there tend to preserve the island, try to understand the studies with regards to the marines, to the coast, and to the rocks that's there as well. There's a lot of study with regards to geology and a lot of science and technology study that's been done there. Marine ecosystem nursing explores the underwater world as well, and also the marine coastal surfaces of the environment. It's the Biodiesel Research Center. So what we have is what we offer is from the from the mountains to the reef. Fraser's Hill, for example, is a study on forests which is in the mountains of Malaysia or in the hills of Malaysia. That's actually an exploration that you can look at. And Tasik Chini is a beautiful biodiversity area where you'll be able to see the research center doing a lot of research with regards to biodiversity and a lot of environmental research that's been done there as well. One of the beautiful lakes in Malaysia with indigenous communities living nearby as well. This is our current global ranking, and at the moment, for the QS World University ranking, we are at number 144 for University Kebangsaan Malaysia, and within Asia, we're at number 35. And with and these are some of the highest things that we've looked at it. And with regards to Times Higher Education Asia World University ranking, we're at number 150. And we've got a lot of 5-star rankings from the QS stars rated for excellence. And we've got 5-star rankings for employability, teaching, facilities, internationalization, innovation, and inclusiveness. And this is some of the international associations that we are involved in. International associations are being part of these groups which would connect people from a diverse country, for people from other universities to come and join together. So the first one is UMAP, which is the University Mobility in Asia and the Pacific. This is an active member where Malaysia is, UKM is the national secretariat. Now, being part of this, and Mexico is also a member, and we could have a lot of mobility exchanges or research opportunities between members of this country. Aside from that, we've also been part of the ASEAN University Network, one of the 5 representatives from Malaysia to form part of the AUN members. We're also part of AUAP, the Association of Universities of Asia and Pacific, ASEAN UNINET, ASEAN International Mobility for Students Program, AIMS, the TALOAS network, UITED, which focuses on industrial training. So being part of SATU as well, which is more Taiwan, being part of this association expands our network and our international presence as a whole. So these are some of our international collaborations that we've had across the world. And we have 35 over here in America, and that's North and South America. We're happy to say that Guanajuato ranks as one of the countries in which we do have an MOU. In terms of our residential college, firstly, students who come here will be able to stay in colleges, and there's a lot of various types of colleges that the students can apply for, but this is an example of how a college rooms look like in Malaysia, in UKM, and hopefully you'll be able to come. So if you're doing mobility, we'll definitely try to put you in for a short-term stay, but if you're planning to do a semester mobility or semester exchange, please just do inform us and we'll try to get accommodations for you. But I am also aware that a lot of international students like to live outside and explore the city as a whole as well. Yeah. Well, the campus life. So this is how campus life looks like pre-COVID, I would have to say. So we have a lot of students coming from different parts of the world, coming from, from Japan, from Australia, from Germany, so having all these students here actually creates such a diverse, multicultural, global engagement area in Malaysia, in UKM. So having all this actually, allows the interaction to take place. And we're happy to say that we've always been getting Mexican students coming here every summer program, but it has stopped because of the pandemic. So previously, we would used to receive about 20 to 30 Mexican students who come to Malaysia. So these are some of the campus facilities if you come here. We do have a huge stadium. We have an Olympic-sized pool and a normal pool as well. We have a gymnasium, a library, health centers. We've got this kiosk for students to eat, and we've got a golf course in our university, and also a three-star hotel. So we would welcome you, and if you have families or friends coming to visit you, there's a hotel in campus. And if they do enjoy playing golf as well, we've got quite a huge golf course, and it's very, very popular among nearby tourists as well. This is some of the international summer programs that we offer. We've got programs with regards to sustainable tropical heritage, the environment. We've got Indigenous Community of Malaysia, and this has been a very popular program where students from Mexico do enjoy to participate in these two programs. We've also got the new Colombo Plan program, Global Leadership, Engineering and Sustainability. We've got Management and Culture Immersion. So these are programs that's maybe suitable for a 3-week stay or a 2-week stay. So, tropics, Islamic civilization, crime scene investigation. So we do offer this every summer, and we do offer it during either the Southern Hemisphere summer or the Northern Hemisphere summer. So it's all year round, and we do hope you would enjoy participating in it. So these are some of the exchange in UKM. Some of our students, international students who are here and enjoying themselves. It's so nice to see these faces again. It's the physical students being here, but we're hoping that by next year, more and more students are able to join in and participate for these events as well. So in terms of an exchange platform, if all of you are interested to do an exchange study based on our MOU, our agreement, we can have students from Guanajuato who's interested to spend a semester here. Although I do understand that the flight tickets are very expensive, possibly, but I would say that in terms of the living conditions, it's not that far off from as well. Being in Malaysia, Malaysia is actually the heart of Asia, where we are, very, very central. And coming to Malaysia, our nearest neighbor is Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand, and you'll be able to travel. And there's a lot of budget airlines that will be able to take you around across the world. So these are some of the students who are here. This is not Malaysia. This is our Malaysian students who go abroad. Clearly, there's no snow in Malaysia this time. Yeah. So these are some of the inbound students that we had for 2020. And I have to say that the inbound students are mainly virtual. Yeah. So this is how it's been. We've got over 200 students. And for our outbound students, we've got over 81 students. And this is also very, very virtual. So the inbound student is also very virtual as well. So these are some of the faces of the activities that they do here. So this is our Christmas celebration. Just to let you know, Malaysia is a very multicultural country. So we celebrate, Chinese New Year. We celebrate the Eid. We're a country with a lot of public holidays. And this is a Christmas celebration for our international students. And we also have the Diwali for the Hindu community or the Indian students. So it's a very enriching, moment. And if you could see this picture, I think this is not far off. This is a bit similar to yours, where we actually brought 20 students from Malaysia to Mexico at that period of time. And I think they were involved with a few activities there as well. So we are so excited with all this, and we hope to have more of your students to join in as well. So these are some of the Mexican students in Malaysia who actually joined in our activities. They went on boat rides. Some of our students were like, we took them to a radio show. They became guests at a TV show. So this student is from Mexico, for example, and these are some of the Mexican students, and they enjoy. They get to travel and see the beautiful nature of Malaysia as well. Well, of course, things have changed, and this is more of the outlook of the interaction that has taken place. Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia is very active with virtual online programs. So this is with our Mexican students with Tech de Monterrey. This is our leadership program that we've organized, where our students join in with 10 other universities participating in this event. This is with University of Erlangga in Indonesia, a lot more. So if you could see, these are students with Japan, students from Japan, students in Philippines. So it's quite an exciting time to see so many happy faces, and I'm sure that this is much more of a familiar scene to all of you today. So I would like to say thank you, terima kasih, and gracias. That's a snippet of an information of what you can find about UKM. I wanted to show you a video, but then there's something wrong with my side of the computer, so I am unable to show you a video, but I'll be glad to share a link that you can find more video footages of Malaysia. So thank you very, very much. I do hope that you've gained some new knowledge of the National University of Malaysia, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Thank you, and over to you, Virgin.
Dr. Latif, thank you so much. I'm so very impressed by the facilities and the campus, the nature. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Seems like a place, exciting place to be with all the activities that you showed us. We are going to take a question from the audience. We have a few questions from Facebook and from different the students around. One of the first question is, what is the most attractive programs for foreign students at your university?
All right, so there's a lot of opportunities that students can come in. So for example, if they're looking at a short summer program, yeah? So a short summer program, I would suggest the Indigenous Communities Program or also the Sustainable Tropical Heritage Program. I think it's exciting, or even the Global Leadership Program. So these are some of our popular ones. The thing is that if you were to come here, you will be mixed with students from different parts of the world. There's students from Australia who joins in during the summer programs, students from Korea or Japan and Indonesia, and that would be quite exciting. But if you're interested to come for a semester exchange program, well, you can try to any of the 14 faculties that we have. So you will come here and take courses, you can take 4 to 5 courses, and you become a student in our university for a whole semester. Now, I teach a course on intercultural communication, and I most welcome you to join in that class, where you'll be able to learn about, and the class is also very intercultural. We'll have students from Japan, we'll have students from Korea, from China, and from Indonesia, and I think that'll be quite an exciting learning experience for the students as well. Yeah.
One of the students asked, I guess you answered in basically the question, do you have programs in English?
Yes.
Or most
so
programs?
we do. We have a website link that we can definitely show where it shows what are the courses that's offered in English in our university. So that's something that I'm willing to share as well. That the students will be able to know what are the courses or programs that's in English. I must say that the most popular ones would be international business, English language studies are some of the popular ones. And if you're interested, there are also for engineering, science and technology, and also IT. So those tends to be very popular among international students. Yeah.
We have another question that says, can you speak a little bit more about the cultural activities offered to university students during this semester of mobility?
Okay. So if a student were to come to UKM for a semester, it will be a 14-week semester for one semester. But I know that students tend to come a bit earlier and go back a bit later. And one thing that I've noticed is that students are very active traveling on their own. That's one thing. But at the university, we will at least have about 8 to 9 programs for the semester where we will gather all international students together. So one thing that we've done is that we've had Global Cafe. So Global Cafe is where every students would bring their food and come in, and it could be breakfast team, it could be tea time, it could be dinner, and have a session and explaining to other students about the type of food that they have. We do night market race. We bring all the international students, bring them into the night market, let them see how life is and interact with the locals. And where they're supposed to buy things in local languages as well. That's quite exciting. We do take them around the country. So for example, it depends on the semester. We might take them to Langkawi Island, a beautiful island. We can also take them to some of our research centers. We can take them to Malacca. It all depends on the setup for the semester. But there's a lot of cultural activities, trips. Malaysia is very multicultural. So we take you to sites where you'll see things with regards to other culture, Indian culture. We'll take you to Chinatown, that's very historical as well. We'll take you to look at one of the largest statues of the Hindu culture, and also we'll let you experience the village life, the kampung life of the Malays. And those are some of the activities that we do. So there's trips, there's projects, there's also global night where we'll have a dinner or farewell dinner, So in fact, some of our students also get the opportunity to go and visit and breaking the fast with the Muslim students during Ramadan. So they will tell about how their experience is. And the Chinese students will take them to explore how Mid-Autumn Festival, which is yesterday, and that celebration. So you'll be in safe hands with that. So a lot of activities that you can explore.
Yes, there's so much activities to participate in.
Yes.
Do you also offer voluntary programs for students if they wish to do something either on campus or outside of campus?
Yes, they do. There's a lot of community work that we engage in. We've just finished one of the biggest community work that we do, which is the University Community Transformation Center, recently organized the ASEAN Youth Volunteer Program. So, it's always good to have people from other parts of the world to also see that. We work closely with indigenous communities, for example. We also work with societies, with the disabled community, the urban poor societies, for example. And we also take maybe students to an old folks home to do some activities, and also with regards to children's home as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And I think we have a staff or professor watching the presentation, and the person asking, is there opportunities for professors for mirror classes or co-teaching with one of your professors? Is it a possibility?
Great. I think one of the areas that we're looking into now is on collaborative online international learning, which is on COIL, or virtual exchange. And one of this is about having, maybe having one of your lecturer teach one lecture in UKM, and maybe our lecturer can have a semester teaching in not a semester, maybe just one class or two, just to kickstart the whole event. I think doing it for one semester is quite a commitment for both universities. We'll just start maybe with one or two lecture where both professors can have an exchange, and we can also have an activity where maybe we have our students join and do a project together, and maybe they can do a poster presentation, or maybe they can do a presentation based on their discussions. So we can have a joint class. And to inform you, we currently are doing this. For my classes, I'm currently doing with Dalhousie University in Canada and also Toyo University of Japan. So my students would have an hour of class with the lecturer from there, and they will also have a session where they will interact with one another and come up with a presentation. We do like it, and I think it's so engaging. And I think it's good if we can identify some of the courses that would be interested to do it, and then we can take it from there. Please, you can contact me for that matter. Yeah.
Dr. Latif, thank you so much. I think we will hit it here, as we're already a few minutes over time on the schedule.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
So grateful that you were here with us to share your expertise in your presentation on Universiti Kebangsaan, Malaysia. So thank you so much, Dr. Latif, Newly, and we hope to see you soon once everything is back to normal and we can travel again and receive guests at the University of Guanajuato. It would be very, very nice to have you here. I wish everyone a wonderful rest of the day, or morning, evening, depending on your time zone. And take care, everyone.
Bye. Thanks.